That Hansel's so hot right now.
Oh, yes. And if you mean Hansel is my son, if in being hot mean on the baseball diamond, then yes, he is red hot. Dude. Okay. I had one of the greatest moments of my life as a father watching my son rip a home run last night. It was so freaking cool. He's 12 years old, hit his first home run. We're on the road playing baseball against a really good team in Louisville, and it was magical. It was so freaking cool. It's the his first at bat for the game. He rips it to right field. Just I always tell the boys this: when you hit the ball, run like there's a rocket up your back end. Okay, run. Don't watch the ball. Don't be one of those guys. Just assume it's in play after you hit it and just run your butt to first base. Well, he does that. And then Coach Chris, who's coaching first base, is just like, go two, go two. And then Coach Carl's on third base, and he's like, go three, go three. And then he's like, go home, go home. And meanwhile, I'm in the dugout and I'm just going nuts. And I'm just like, my big contribution is just yelling, "Go, go!" Because one, it's our team. Our team, guys, was doing great, and then the cherry on top is that's my son. That's my son. And holy crap, I lose my voice was cracking all over the place. My son gets into the dugout. Oh my gosh, guys. What a great moment. What a great freaking moment. We look at each other and we just hug. Okay. It was hard not, I didn't want to cry or anything like that, but I'm like, this is great. I'm like, dude, I am so proud of you. That was great. And then this, I swear to God, this is what my son does. So what are you going to get me now? I'm like, what? He's like, I just hit a home run. What are you going to get me? I'm like, I don't know. Nothing. Taco Bell? I don't know. What the hell? Come on, kids. Jesus. But I was really proud of him. It was so cool. Very neat situation. Um, it was pure effort, pure effort. And he's not the first one to do it on the team. It's just the fact that it was my son made me go even, crazier. But it was fun. The boys kicked butt last night, fought hard against a really good team, and they called game, and it was a tie. And you know what? That was good. It was good. It got really shitty weather last night, right near the end of the game, and we were all just like, you know what? we're good. We're good with a tie. It's fine. It was really cool. Really proud of every single player on there. All you got to do in life is put in effort. You can't go and be, okay, I'm going to go out there. No. And that's what I love about this Wolfpack team is they go out there and they try their butt off and they're coachable. My wife said this last night. She's like, I love the fact that JD, our son, is coachable because you rewind to last year at this time, he was struggling. He was scared to hit the ball, or when he would swing, sometimes it was just like half-ass, or it just was really just wasn't good. And he wanted to get better. He went to coaches. He asked them to help him with his swing. He's done a lot where he puts in the work to do it. Is he the best player? He's on his way up there to be really freaking great. Is he kicking butt and taking names right now? Hell yes, he is. And he should be damn proud of himself, just like any other player on the team. You're putting in that kind of effort, good for you. And he's crushing it, and he should be damn proud of himself. The thing is it is a good life lesson that people need to be coachable. And another great reason why, if you got kids, it really does benefit them to be on an organized team. Yes, sports are good in general, but if you can be in a team sport, oh man, it's teaching you how to work with others. It's teaching you how to be a team player. And it teaches you how to be coachable, which when you get into the business realm, whether, let's be honest, the small percentage of athletes become professional. So even if you don't make it to the big leagues, whatever sport that is, you got to be coachable at your job. Think about you, like where you started, where you're at now. If you're not coachable, you're not going to succeed. If you're a manager now and you see the people that come in that are coachable versus the people that aren't coachable, who are the people you want on your team? Your sales team, your crew, whatever business you're in. You want people that are team players and are willing to get better. Accept the fact that I can always strive to be better. That's what you want. And that's what like I'm seeing last night, not just from my son, but obviously it's my son, so I'm going to put him on a higher pedestal, but every single one of those boys on that team are coachable. And I love that. I love it. You don't have to go up there and hit home runs to be a success. You don't. It sure puts a spotlight on you. But if you're going out there, you're doing everything the coach is telling you, you're putting out a good at bat, you're doing a good swing. It's just maybe you're line driving to the second baseman and they're throwing you out. Stuff like that. You're going out there doing the fundamentals right. You're going out there, you're trying your butt off. That's all we can ask for. And you know what? You're going to be a damn good employee slash you're going to advance quicker in the business world if you have that mentality of I'm going to work my butt off and I'm not afraid to take feedback. It's a big fucking deal in the world. So I'm very proud of my son. I'm very proud of everybody on the Wolf Pack, and good job, coaches. Again, I, I, I can't thank them enough for the time that they spend, not just with my son, but with all the players, taking the time to go, okay, how can we get better? How can we help you become a better player? And ultimately, because one of the other things, the side note of when you play baseball is being a good sportsman, being positive, not going, oh, we're down. No way we come back from this. No, you gotta have the mindset of we're not done. We are not done. I was joking around last night and we were winning. And I said, you got to chip away at this. And the other coach is like, but we're winning. You don't chip away if you're winning. I was like, but you want them to think that they're down by one. You want them, in my mind, reverse psychology. I was like, make them feel like they need to keep fighting because when teams let off the gas, that's where they allow the other team, their opponent, to take advantage. You got to have that we're not done mentality. Doesn't mean that you're running up the score. It means that you're playing solid and you're not overthinking it and saying we're done, we're already done, we've already won. You have to keep the fight to the final till the final whistle blows type of thing. So very cool. Congratulations to the Wolfpack. Very excited. I know I spent a lot of time on that, but it's hard not to get excited when your team does well, and then when it's your son, your kid. Yeah, man, come on, come on. Don't be a dick because I'm happy. Jeez, these guys are buttholes. Good times. But that was really cool. Cool dad moment. Hey, real quick, hit that subscribe button and the like button wherever you're listening to this or watching. Don't forget, today's show is presented to you by Roof Goat USA, as well as Kirkwall Group. If you're running a business, you need help with the back of the house, you need someone with experience and is trustworthy. You need the Kirkwall Group. They got over 30 years of experience. Richard and the Kirkwall Group understands that you and your business deserve someone who's efficient, timely, accurate, cost effective, focused on your success, and is working to save you money. Kirkwall Group can help you with your bookkeeping, accounting management services like CFO, controller, accounting manager, projects, and support, as well as tax planning and preparation, income, property tax, sales, and use tax. What you need to do, go to kirkwallgroup.net right now, see everything they can do for you and your business. And guess what? You can sign up for a free 30-minute consultation and see what the Kirkwall Group can do for you or your business. Pretty cool. It's Kirkwall Group. They count what counts for you. And what we need to do right now is jump into some headlines.
Let's go! Let's go!
And now, here are the headlines.
This is horrifying. This is an internship that I'm about to explain to you. Midtown Manhattan-based dog wellness brand. It's called Spot and Tango. They're looking for internships to help evaluate dog breath as it researches how well its new dental solution works for dogs. I'll tell you this, though. It's $25 an hour. For an internship, that's pretty dang good. And it's also going to compensate whoever's hired with unlimited puppy kisses. Oh my gosh, that's awesome. That's not a thing, though. Come on. Don't say that's part of the deal. Next thing you know, they get their face bit. That's a lawsuit waiting to happen. Spot and Tango, I'm just saying. CYA, hey, don't get your face too close to the dog. But I guess they have to be, close enough to smell the dog breath. That's disgusting. Would you do that? I'm curious of would you be going into what field would you be going into if you're wanting an internship to smell a dog's breath? All I know is my dog eats shit. I don't want to smell her breath regardless. She could be doing great and she has good smelling breath. Then she comes back inside, you're oblivious to it. Next thing you know, you're like, why does it smell like shit? And she's like, ugh, Juliet, you're gross. She's like, but I'm adorable, Daddy. I am adorable. I don't feel like that's helpful. Internships are supposed to be learning. You're learning how to do stuff. I guess in a weird way, you're helping with the process. You're getting paid, so that's good. When I was an intern back in the day, so that was like 2002, when I was an intern in radio, none of them were paid, which isn't surprising. Like radio, I mean, they spend all their money on the on-air talent, and then everybody around them gets paid dick. That's how radio works. So unless you're a former athlete in the sports realm, you're probably not going to make jack shit for a while if you're in sports talk radio. But anyway, internships were always fun for me. Like when I was an intern, if you're looking to go into, let's say, media, get an internship with a small town radio station because they let you do a lot more. When I interned up at Tri 102 and K99 up in Windsor, this small radio cluster, they let me edit commercials. They let me engineer remote broadcasts. They allowed me to get one-on-one instruction on how to run the boards and stuff like that. It was really neat. And then I transferred to KYGO, and I hardly got to do anything. And that's just the way it goes. I mean, the bigger the entity, sometimes the less likely they're going to be willing to teach you. And then when I had interns, when I was at the Fan, I remember interns just got in the fucking way. And we had to have interns. And if your objective is to teach them, but if you're in the middle of producing a show, it's really hard to teach them while you're while you're doing the work. And I hated having interns. It was really frustrating. But there were some good ones. We had some good interns. We had some bad ones. I always remember that one that I had to fire because he was trying to hook up with somebody. Dude had just got married a couple of weeks prior, and he was trying to hook up with somebody on a computer there. It's not like he was on his phone using the internet. He was on our computer on, I think it was like Craigslist or something like that, and he was like trying to hook up with somebody. Like, no. Should I not have done that, Scott? No, you shut up, dummy. Some interns, you're just like, why are you here? I remember this one intern. She was just like, I don't like how you guys do this. Yeah, I think if you guys want to have better ratings, you need to get more callers. There's a radio station I listen to. They always take callers. I'm like, what radio station is that? And she's like, she tells me. I was like, never fucking heard of it. Never fucking heard of it. I was like, we're going off of data of what works. Shut your fucking mouth and learn. Oh my God, I hate it. Ugh. It was such an inconvenience, and it sucked for the interns because there was times where I'm like, dude, just shut the fuck up and sit back there. I don't have time for this. And that's more of a problem towards management because it's like, don't shove an intern into a situation just because you want to have an intern. You got to think, is it okay to put an intern into this situation? Are they actually going to be able to learn? I hated interns for the longest fucking time, and I was a dick to them. I got to be honest. I was a dick to them because I didn't like the inconvenience. Like, you're telling me to constantly train somebody, meanwhile do my fucking job and make sure that I'm doing my job right, but meanwhile I got to babysit and teach somebody else. It was really fucking annoying. And then once you get them up to speed, their internship's over, and you got some other dickhead coming in there. It's really not fair to the interns. It isn't. You got to put them on a different shift, not on a busy shift. So it was really fucking annoying. I hated internships. But if you want to smell a dog's breath and get paid $25 an hour, go ahead. Go ahead. It got to the point where on my shift when it was like Scott and Al, the ongoing joke was the guys would ask me something. I'd pop on the air, and then the ongoing joke was I would yell at the interns. Now, sometimes it was justified, but there was sometimes where I would tell them before I cracked my mic, I'd say, hey, I'm going to yell at you, okay? Just be ready for it. Don't take offense. But it was like part of the joke. It was just like, but then there would be times where I'd be on the air and I'm talking, and next thing you know, the intern's in the background answering his cell phone. Hey, what's up? Yeah, I'm just at work. Like, what are you doing? Go stand in the corner. Don't talk until I tell you can't. Some shit like that. That's good stuff. Good times. Speaking of not so good of times, a woman in Virginia was enjoying a margarita at a local Mexican restaurant. Okay, good margarita, nothing wrong with that. Then all of a sudden, when she's sitting there, a baby snake fell from the ceiling, bounced off her forehead, and landed in her drink. Oh, no. New fear unlocked. She said, I leaned in to take a sip and noticed something hit me in the forehead, and I looked at my husband like, what was that? When I turned around, I saw a snake in my margarita. It was moving. It started wrapping around my straw. Oh my God. The restaurant workers attempted to get the snake to wrap itself around a stick, which I can imagine they're like sticking a stick in her margarita. Imagine walking into that restaurant at the time. You're like, you know what? Let's just go to McDonald's. I feel like that's a better choice right now. But ultimately, another customer just went over and just grabbed the snake and took it outside. She said, I kept saying, please don't let it go into my purse. I left shaking. I was traumatized. Yeah, that makes sense, especially if you're not a reptile person. To me, that would scare the shit out of me. But I know plenty of people where they'd be like, it's funny. It's just a harmless garter snake. Yeah, I don't know. Don't think so. I don't care what kind of snake it is. It just makes you wonder, like, what it didn't say that she was eating outside. It said it never alluded to that. I mean, if she's inside, that's more troubling because it's up in the ceiling. But I guess in a weird way, it would make sense if they were eating out on a patio and there was a snake in a tree and it just plopped down smacked her in the forehead and then goes in her margarita. What would be worse though is if she didn't notice it and she went to take a drink. Oh, no. Like it's the glasses on her lips type of thing. Ah! No, thank you. Mm-mm. Yuck. I hate snakes. I understand. I can appreciate their purpose. I get it. Just not a fan. My son can go walk over to a snake. And his courage is courtesy of his school that has a good reptile program. And I love that. But like he'll go over if there's a snake in somebody's yard and he'll just be like, I'll go get it. I'll move it. And it's only been babies, but I'm like, dude, you got to be careful. I know you're super confident, but one of these days you're going to get a rattlesnake or some shit and it's going to try to bite you. I don't want to deal with that. You got to be careful, bro. Bro, he's at that age where he thinks he knows everything, okay? Oh, I hit a home run. I'm pretty good. That has nothing to do with this moment right now. It has nothing to do. By the way, he woke up this morning. He's like, hey, he whispers to me. He gives me a hug and he whispers to me, I hit a home run. I'm like, yeah, well, that's great. Now go get ready for school. Jesus. I don't know how somebody justifies this to their significant other. This guy broke a world record for stacking toilet paper rolls with one hand. How do you justify that? I would think you would have to be single or you're going through a divorce, something like that, where it's just like, dude, just fucking leave me alone. I'm doing something to occupy my time so I don't have to be around you. I feel like those are the two situations. You're either single or shit's just falling apart. Because I can't imagine me telling my wife and my kids I got to go practice. It's not like I'm going to try to play baseball or basketball or whatever. No. I got to go practice in the garage stacking toilet paper rolls with one hand. Really? Come back inside, you're sweating. Whew, got a headband on. You have that in your head now. Okay? The visuals of somebody taking this so fucking serious. Hey, we're going to be a little late to the dinner party. Kyle has to, finish his training. Oh, what's he training for? Is he an Olympian? Oh my God, that's great. No. He's a competitive toilet roll stacker with one hand division. Wow. Imagine you're at a gathering, at barbecue or whatever. What have you been up to lately? I've been, training hard. Oh, you getting back into track, running, or what do you got going on? Racquetball? No. I'm a competitive toilet paper roll stacker. How do you say that without laughing? How do you listen to that without laughing? Yes, it's something that I can't do, but it's also something that I don't give a shit to do. I just was. This had to have been something that came out of the pandemic, right? Like Everybody overbought toilet paper for some fucking reason. And then you had all this extra toilet paper sitting around. You're like, I wonder how long it would take me to stack them with one hand. Go do it, honey. Nothing turns me on more than a man stacking toilet paper rolls one-handed. Oh my God, I'm horny as shit. What the fuck? That is so freaking bizarre. So bizarre. I just, sorry, son, I missed your recital. Sorry, honey. Yeah, I know you had a big game today or, big performance today. I was just busy. Listen, when you're dedicated to something, you got to follow through. And clearly, I'm not dedicated to you. I'm more dedicated to stacking toilet paper rolls. Hey, real quick, you know what's good? You know what's going to make you feel good is when it comes to roof repairs, you want the best. You want to go with the GOAT. Who's the GOAT? Roof Goat USA. They've been in business for 23 years. They understand the headache that comes with fixing a roof. Whether it's a repair, replacement, insurance claims, Roof Goat USA's experienced professionals are committed to delivering reliable and durable solutions. And they prioritize the safety and comfort of your family, making sure that your home is well protected against the elements. And what's even cooler, guys, is Roof Goat USA guarantees their work. They got a 30-year coverage from install date. That's all materials and labor for 30 years from date of install. For all your roofing needs, contact the GOAT, roofgoatusa.com, or you can go to 303-495-4630. Again, 303-495-4630. Or again, you can go to roofgoatusa.com. Roof Goat USA is legit, guys. I love those guys. I'm stalling. I'm stretching. You know why I'm stalling and stretching? Because I want to get the goat sound. I really, 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 really want to get the goat sound. Experience the Roof Goat USA difference today. It's adorable little baby goats known as kids. And I knew that the whole time. I'm just dumb. That's so crazy. This goes under the category of who could have seen this coming? This individual spent over $8,000 to transform, because they had multiple medical procedures, over $8,000 to transform into a cat. A cat. Meow, meow. This is what they said. I regret the $8,000 procedures to transform into a cat. I'm well aware of how dumb this was, she said. I have been in a lot of pain because of it. That's the thing. A lot of the filler, her body had a bad reaction to it. She continued, I just want to advise against ever getting experimental procedures and any procedure for the wrong reasons. Listen, that's on the doctors too. I'm thinking that anytime, obviously this is kind of a hot topic, but anytime that you want to take a procedure that's going to transform you, this could be as simple as like breast implants too. They shouldn't, and I know they won't, because where's the money in that? But they should make them go to a counselor to make sure that this is the right path to go down. And there should be a waiting period of I've started the process, and go through it. And then if by the end of the timeline they say, okay, you know what? You're in sound mind. This is exactly where you believe you should be headed. Okay. It's your body. There you go. But transforming into a cat, it's bizarre. I saw this picture of some dude. He got like devil horns added to the top of his head. His whole head is like a tattoo. I think he had part of his nose removed. So you can just see up his nose cavity. And he has like piercings. I'm like, if you ever have to change jobs, it's going to be difficult. And I know people shouldn't be judging you based off of your appearance, but I live in reality, and reality is people are going to do that. Right? Right? Right or wrong? I'm right. You show up to a job interview and you got whiskers like a cat, they're going to judge you. They might not openly say that, but they are. They're going to have a mental note of, yeah, this person thinks they're a cat. Let's go with this guy. Let's go with that guy. Seems like a better choice. Good idea. Good idea. I like that one. That's a good idea, Fred. Anyway, you know what's a good idea too? If we jump into some sports.
Going deep, tight ends and long balls.
He starts to come and then he pulls out.
Oh, gross!
It's sports with the Huff.
This is pretty funny. I saw this. It's when TV stations are pointing microphones at athletes, I mean, they really need to have a delay because they shouldn't have to worry that somebody's picking up a private conversation. I don't know I don't watch baseball enough to know where this guy is, but he just hit a home run and he plays for the Orioles. Ryan O'Hearn was at their hydration station, and this got picked up on the broadcast.
Suck my fucking balls.
Okay, that's not on him.
Suck my fucking balls. Suck my fucking balls.
I think that's great. It's not his fault. Come on. Jeez. Suck my fucking balls. And then, like, if he has to come out and apologize for that, I'm going to be upset because he shouldn't. He shouldn't have to apologize. He's in a private moment as far as I'm concerned. And then you're sticking a parabolic mic or a shotgun mic towards him. That's on you guys. Shame on you. Shame on you, broadcasters. Come on. It's like when you hear that like in football games where somebody's like, suck my fucking cock. You're like, no, that's not on the players. That's on like, say, Fox Sports or whoever. Like that's not on them.
Suck my cock! I'll murder your family!
That's so dumb. Anyway, that's all I got for sports today. Let's jump into the mailbag.
Mailbag. You've got mail.
All right, this comes in from David. He said, hey, when you go into a public restroom and the urinals are all taken, but there is a open stall, do you close and lock the stall door or leave it open to indicate that you're only peeing? That's interesting. David sent that to me on Twitter. Brian, another listener, great listener, responded. He said he leaves it open. I close the door. Why would I leave it open? They don't need to know what I'm doing in there or not. Oh, he's only peeing. It's fine. I'll just stand here awkwardly behind him at the stall door. No. You guys are weird if you leave it open. I don't like that. I don't like that at all. What do you guys do? I've never thought about that. I always go into the stall and pee. I close the door behind me because there's always a chance I go in there and I'm like, you know what? This number one has turned into a number two. I'm covering my bases. It's a CYA. Okay. That's such a weird question, but I've seen it, David, plenty of times where people go in there and they leave it open. I'm glad you asked this because now it's going to make me think about it more, and I'll try it. I'll try it. I'm David, in honor of you and Brian, I'm going to use a stall one of these days and leave it open. And I'll tweet it out. I'll try to tag you both and say, guys, guess what I just did? I just peed in a stall with the door open. So bizarre. Ladies, you guys don't have to worry about this nonsense. Nonsense. All you have to deal with is long ass freaking lines. Holy crap. Ladies, I don't know what the fuck is going on in your bathrooms. Why do they have the same amount of stalls? Because they need like double the amount of stalls in a women's room. Just invest in, like, if the men's room has, like, say 2 urinals and 2 stalls, give the ladies 8 stalls. Just do that, or at least 6, because I get it, they have to sit down and whatever, but it's the lines are so dramatically different. Guys, we go in there, no lollygagging, we're straight to business and walk out. But we don't have to sit down every time. That's got to be so fucking frustrating. I see that so many times where I'm like, there's nobody in the men's room. Just ladies, just go in there. Nobody, most guys aren't going to care. They're not. In fact, the few times that I've seen ladies go in there, every guy has been respectful. Be like, no, hey, good, you go. Good for you. Jeremy wrote in, what are the keys to a Nuggets win tonight? And are they different if MPJ is suspended? Uh, listen, I could break it all down for you, but I don't know enough about basketball. But it's pretty fucking simple. You got to play solid on both sides of the ball. And yes, by the way, if they suspend Michael Porter Jr. for that little scuffle and he walked like, say, I don't know, 5 feet onto the court, it wasn't, he was like, say, 15 feet away from the scuffle. And all these Clipper fans are like, suspend him, suspend him. Like, come on, man. Win a fair fight. As in, you want the Nuggets to be weakened by taking off a key piece. That tells me you're not confident in your team. MPJ should not be suspended. And as of right now, as I say this, he's not suspended. But regardless, they got to pull their heads out of their butt and play a solid game. And like Adelman has said not too long ago, it's a matter of being willing to adjust. Things aren't working, adjust. That for some reason doesn't work, adjust again. Don't just stick to a game plan because that's what we said we were going to do. Well, that's how you get your ass kicked. Go in there, play with some fucking passion. Play Nuggets basketball. Play solid on the boards. And don't make stupid plays. Make the Clippers take themselves out of the game. And that's doable. But you got to play tight. Otherwise, they're going to fucking kill you. Kawhi is a legit baller. So you got to be, contain him. It's wild. There's a good chance the Nuggets come out of this series. But then who's up next is the Thunder. And that's not going to be fucking easy. But this series is winnable for the Nuggets. But they got to go in there and just not overthink it and go in there and get everybody involved. You can't just make it a Jokic is carrying everybody or Jokic and Jamal. When they get everybody involved, they have success. If they isolate other individuals on the team and it's a very, narrow focus of who's going to be contributing, then they're not going to be successful. The bench has to be involved. They got to get hot too. So listen, Jeremy, I'm an idiot when it comes to basketball, but at the end of the day, you just got to play smart. Pull your heads out of your ass. Play fucking championship style basketball. That means, running hard, running fast, wear the other team out, take smart shots, and you should be good. Should be is the key word. Should be. You never know. You never know. Fuck, I don't know. I'm a guy that doesn't fucking, leave the stall door open when I urinate. So can you really trust me? Can you, Jeremy? No. Anyway, thank you guys so much for supporting the show. Really do appreciate it. Thanks for listening. Thanks for watching. Make sure you hit that subscribe button wherever you're consuming this. Also, big thanks to Roof Goat USA. Check them out at roofgoatusa.com. Also, big thanks to Kirkwall Group. Go check them out at kirkwallgroup.net. It's the Huff Uncensored. Let's continue to move forward. I'll talk to you next time.